Whether you're Googling Pinterest, checking out the latest home decor blogs, or hooked on home improvement shows, there is no doubt that DIY projects are having a moment. In fact, more than half of people who tackle make-it-yourself projects are under age 35, and they're spending more than $1,000 a year on their handmade products. Today's guest is at the forefront of that movement. She is joining us now with some easy, fresh for fall ideas, is lifestyle expert and guru Erica Domesek, founder of the popular book and brand P.S. I Made This. Hi, Erica.
Hi there.
So can you tell us, why is DIY more popular than ever?
You know, Stacey, DIY is more popular than it's ever been, and it just continues to get larger and larger. And you know, it's infecting everybody from all ages and psychographics and demographics. People are just hungry for creativity. And now we have all these amazing websites and platforms to thank for so much inspiration and education. Places like Pinterest are an amazing, amazing resource to go troll for ideas and inspiration and the actual how-tos, whether it be from trolling over there or following some great brands and outlets on an Instagram. You know, the access we have right now through the internet is just astronomical. And it really just reinforces the fact that everybody wants to live a more creative life. Everybody wants their house to be beautiful. They want to feel beautiful from what they wear to the gifts they're giving. And DIY is just a more colorful, happier way to live.
What are some of your other fun and simple ideas that you have for sprucing up your home for fall?
Well, you know, there's so many projects that I love. I never have favorites, but as the seasons change, I come up with great ideas for myself and for others, especially before we get into the fall season of holidays. I'm even thinking about gifts for then too. But one of my favorite things right now is making decorative accessory racks, as you see back here. Now, this is something that anybody can do. It looks really amazing, almost like you bought it in a store, when really you can complete this all by yourself. And you don't have to be an expert. So in order to make this, you're gonna need some essential ingredients. So for starters, you're gonna need to get a basic wood plank. You're gonna need to get a color to coat it. Now, I personally chose this fun light pink just because it's happy, and I feel like it's somewhat of a neutral, but you know, this is a great way to add a pop of color if you need to in a room. Now, when you give it 2 coats of spray paint and when it's totally dry, then the fun really starts. Because your hooks are the most creative part of this project. It's not your typical hook you're thinking about. I use these really cool gold geode rocks, which are super funky, very fashionable, but you can also use things like doorknobs. Now, we got some really fun ones from True Value. They almost are reminiscent of an antique doorknob, if you will. But also, you might even have some little dresser knobs at home. So repurposing things is it's really what DIY is about too. So whether you're going to the hardware store or repurposing at home, anything can kind of be a hook. So once you use your strong adhesive and you glue them down, you're ready to go. We use some command hooks to adhere to the wall, and then you can get creative and hang jewelry on them, scarves, really anything, headphones. So again, this is a project that I love doing, and it's a fun thing to do with friends.
So you were saying those are beautiful, beautiful rocks there. You have those just attached with the command glue that holds those?
Yeah, the rocks have been adhered just with this industrial strength glue. You know, finding something that bonds anything to anything is something that you always want to keep in your little craft cabinet or wherever it is you store all of your crafty bits and bobs. But again, you're not even going to use this for this project. There's so many different projects that I can think about around the house that you'll always need to have it for. And I think that's the beauty of, you know, when you're going to a hardware store, you might get things for one project, but they're gonna last for so many after that.
So where do you find all the materials and tools to get the job done?
You know, you can really go anywhere these days. I happen to partner with True Value for all these amazing projects here. And you know, sometimes you don't even have to walk in the store anymore. Going online to see what they have is just an incredible resource. But also, just like I said about the dresser knobs, don't ever be afraid to see what you have at home so you can repurpose and reuse. I mean, even these planters I have over here, these are something that were already at the house, and picking up a can of chrome spray paint and giving them a quick 2-finish coat is something that took under 5 minutes. So the idea of mixing existing things you have and getting things from the hardware store that will enhance the look of everyday objects is kind of a beautiful process.
That planter is beautiful. Do you have a favorite DIY project that you have completed?
You know, I wouldn't say I have a favorite. Do you have children?
I have 6 children.
You have 6? Oh my gosh. Well, what if I asked you to pick who your favorite child was?
We can't do that.
Exactly. Well, I can't do that, but I have to say there are projects that I happen to love more than others, and this is actually one of them here. So for me, wall art is just one of my favorite things because you can get so creative. This project here was very near and dear to my heart, inspired by just these beautiful feather decorative wall art pieces that I'd been seeing that were thousands of dollars. So I decided to make my own. And what you're gonna need to make something beautiful like this, just some plain craft feathers. And I picked up some really fun spray paint colors. It's nice to pick some type of theme and a collective. I think 3 to 4 colors is the idea. You give it a spray, kind of mix and match, cut them, and use your glue gun, adhere them to a piece of foam core, and put them in a frame. And it's something that I've now made for so many friends and I've gifted to them. So this happens to be definitely one of my favorites among thousands of others.
That is beautiful. I can imagine that with many different colors hanging in, different rooms.
I know, it's pretty. It is. It's a nice pop of color.
Well, I have a question. Do you have a DIY fail to share with us?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I'm sure yes. But I have to say, if something's not working out, I kind of just stop and I put a pin in it and think, this isn't looking the best. And sometimes that happens. I think the idea of nothing's perfect, nobody's perfect, you just always have to remember. And when you are having trouble with things, even myself, I'll take a picture and send it to a friend, say, what do you think? Sometimes I say, as much as DIY is all about do it yourself, I kind of like the whole idea of DIT, do it together. It's more fun. It kind of helps you through a project when you're doing things with family or friends.
Well, Erica Domesek, I have learned some new ideas from you, so thank you very much. My readers are going to love seeing this. Do you have one final tip that you could share with my readers?
One final tip. I would just say, the idea that anybody can make things is something that I believe, and you don't need to be an artist. You don't need to be a crafter, but it does help to definitely get some ideas and really get some inspiration and the actual how-tos. So, what I'd like to say is just everybody go to truevalueprojects.com. You can see what we've made today, and there's just so much more inspiration there that will kind of spark your interest and get you excited for future projects.
Thank you so much. You've given us some great ideas on how to create a more beautiful life, which is what I'm all about, so I really appreciate this. Have a great day, Erica.
Thanks, Stacey. Tell your 6 kids I said hi.
I will do that. Thank you.
Bye.